Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of Coffee Corner. So today's video is gonna be a little bit whiny-ish because I'm gonna talk about my experience from last week, which leads to this topic, angry crier, which leads to some of my personalities. So yeah, that's today's video. You don't have to like it, right? If you don't like it, you don't even have to spend the time to leave a comment down below. So don't waste your time, okay? The reason I want to talk about that experience is when I ordered food last week, I placed my order on a Chinese app. So it will allow you to pick the time you would prefer to pick up your order. So I chose 6:45, which was the time I was able to go. And then I put it there and I placed my order, and then I got a message from the restaurant saying that it's preparing. And I said, oh no, that's not right, because when I placed my order, it was like 5:10. Yeah. And I called the restaurant and I said, yeah, can you just push that to 6:45, because I really can't go there right now to pick up my order, and I don't want my food to sit there for an hour. And then they said sure, and then she went to make a note on my order, and I was like, okay, in 10 minutes. And then I went to check my status, right? So, and then it says it's ready for pickup. And so that cannot be true. And then by then it was 5:30, 5:40, something like that. And then I called the restaurant right away. I said, okay, so I called you when I made the order, right? I said I cannot go to pick up my order right away. I need to go there and I won't be able to go there until 6:45. I couldn't even finish this sentence. So that girl couldn't even let me finish my sentence, finish my explanation, right? So she just kept cutting me off. She said, well, yeah, I don't know. Where did you order that? Oh, no, that's not us. I have no idea what's going on. Just trying to get rid of the responsibility. I know you don't know. And then she said, oh, I just took the shift, so I really don't know what's going on. But you're still working at this restaurant. How come you don't know? Like, it's still part of your responsibility to figure out what's going on. If you don't know, ask someone else. Anyway, that's okay. So I was trying to explain to her what was going on so she could figure out, maybe she could find solutions to it. Well, definitely she didn't want to listen to me. She kept cutting me off. That really pissed me off so much, to the point I could feel my whole body was shaking, my voice was shaking, and I could feel my tears just kind of, right on the edge of my eyelid. And I was like, oh my God, this is happening again. That moment, I realized I can never overcome this thing. And that makes me even angrier, which is angry crier. That's the topic I'm going to talk about. So today's video is going to be a little bit mad and sad at the same time, and a little bit negative. So yeah, I do understand if you don't like it, that's okay. So talking about angry crier, I'm that kind of person. My best friend is that kind of person as well, and I learned this word from her. So when we had really bad moments at work, when we used to work with each other, we really had a bad moments at work, and then she started crying. So I understood why she was crying, because in that case, that moment, she was mistreated there. Then she started crying. I said, yeah, don't cry, and it's okay, just ignore that person. He's ridiculous. So, and then she brought this up. She said, oh, I hate myself. I'm not sad. I'm just very angry. But then I started crying. Then I can't do anything. I'm such an angry crier. And that's a new word to learn. And that's definitely me. I'm an angry crier too. When something bad happened, when I'm really, really angry, my first reaction is not to argue back. My first reaction is to cry. Not like I want to cry. It's just I really can't control myself. That kind of thing just happens at that moment. So I thought about how to deal with that, because, when you cry, you feel weak and you don't want your enemies to feel you're weak because you really want to fight back, right? You're strong, you're reasonable, you can argue, you can talk a lot of things, you can even, curse if you want. But when you are so angry to the point that you just can't do anything but cry, then you lose that moment. You lose this battle. And people think, oh my God, here she comes, and she started crying. Okay, better stop arguing, and yeah, don't make her sad. And I'm like, no, ignore my tears, ignore my crying. Just come on, I want to fight with you. But that moment when people see you crying and it's hard to continue this argument, that makes me even angrier every time that happens. Then I went to do a little bit of research on why people have angry tears. Well, I guess that's true. Sometimes when you look at your emotions, you only look at the surface of the emotion. So sometimes it can be very superficial. But deep down, it's not only about how you feel. It's some kind of feelings hidden somewhere that you haven't discovered yet. So I read a few articles, but almost every single one talked about being hurt, being humiliated. And then I think that's how I felt. When I get mad, not because I feel sad, how dare you treat me like this, kind of mad. It's like I'm ready to fight back. I'm ready for whatever you're saying there, and I have millions of reasons I'm going to talk about with you, but then I lost it. All the preparation I had for this battle, I lost it. In that moment, I felt like I could not do anything to show that I'm strong, I'm furious, to make a point. I just can't. Right? And then I started crying, but deep down, because I feel hurt, I feel being treated unfairly. And then I had that mixed emotions that it is frustration and furious, being furious. Sorry, just the kids outside. And a lot of things that I feel it's mixed there. I just don't know how to sort them out. When I don't know how to sort them out, and the only thing I could do is my tears, right? So I have that as my symbol of being angry. And well, of course, other people don't understand, right? They will think you're just sad. Yeah. So that's from last week. I had this story and I really want to talk about angry crier just because I want to learn and I want to improve. Sometimes when you want to get mad, not because you're trying to show your attitude, is sometimes you want to kind of show your not show your like make your point, right? So if someone talks to you in a certain way, you don't want to be nice to that person because they don't deserve that. So you want to show your toughness. How are you going to show that? You kind of show your anger. But when you show your anger, then you get emotional and you start to cry. And then people are like, oh, I can't listen to her because she's crying. So that's me. And that happened to me last week about the order. So I was so furious after the phone call. I felt like I could have done a better job. I had a million of reasons. I could have explained better about myself, but I didn't because what? Why? Why was I crying? And I could even, so the girl actually said, oh yeah, it's okay. Yeah, don't be angry. I'm like, I'm even angrier after you said that to me. I want to be angry and I have reasons for that. But now because the whole situation, I lost all the reasons and I feel like I'm an unreasonable person. And then I'm mad at myself. So mostly when you are angry crier, you're probably at the end, you're not mad at people. You are mad at yourself. And then that makes you really mad. Because there's nothing you can do. You already lost it. And then you will have that scenario in your brain on and on and on and on. You will repeat it how you could done a better job. You will repeat it why you're doing this and think about your mistakes. Think about your reactions. And why? And that thing will haunt you for a while, for a long time. So My solution to this is, well, I guess I can't really get rid of crying part. So what I could do is after everything, do kind of a self-reflection. I will write down all my negative emotions. I will write down what I could have done to make the situation better, and then maybe next time I can do a better job. Well, I can even write really bad things in my journal. Well, nobody's gonna, check it out, right? So that's just myself. So that is Angry Crier. It's very short, right? This one is really short. I hope so. And that guy is definitely not Angry Crier. So other than that, I just want to briefly mention about the video I did before the previous one. Is I want to say I'm not trying to sell myself short, saying that my English is not good. I think my English is good enough for myself to function. I think I am doing a really good job, and this channel is not to show off. This channel is for me to improve as well. Sometimes I do a good job, sometimes I don't. People have ups and downs, and today I feel really tired, so my topic is a little bit short. And maybe tomorrow I feel super energetic and can do something better. It's just really hard. Every time when I feel like if this is my obligation, I have to do it, and then I kind of lose the interest of doing it. But I kept telling myself, this is not your job. You're doing this to improve your English, and there are other people who want to study with you, learn with you, so we can improve together. And that gave me a little bit booster. But then sometimes I see some comments, I have to tell myself, wow, I just don't understand if you have the time to leave a negative comments. Isn't that a sign that you actually care about my video? Anyway, so those kind of things sometimes make me feel angry, and then I'm trying to not answer or respond to those comments, just because every time when I argue, I will get to the angry tears, and I hate that. And when I have tears, I feel like I'm really weak. When I feel weak, I feel I'm such a loser, and then I will be even more furious at myself. So I'm trying to avoid that. And I think I mentioned this before, and I tell all of you guys as well, when people give you negative comments, just let go of them. I know it's very hard. I'm still learning too. The reason is you really don't want to spend your precious time on people like that. Why? You're arguing with them and they don't even make any sense. So you're just wasting your time. I'm just wasting my time. But then when you see that, of course, you're going to get angry, and you're going to at some point, you're going to get affected by those kind of comments or even some other words in your real life, right? So I think my solution, I don't know if this is going to help you, but my solution is when I have negative feelings, I write them down. I write them down, and then I don't even look at them at all. So I will just kind of dump all my negative feelings somewhere else. Like I have a trash can, right? When I dump trash, then I forget about them. It's not like I dump a trash and then I will go back to my trash can and go through everything. So let me look at what trash I have done. I have gone, so I have thrown here. So don't do that, right? That's kind of disgusting. Anyway, so what I'm trying to say that I know this is a little bit negative, but I may have some downtimes that I really just don't know what to talk about, or I know what to talk about, but I kind of feel discouraged by those kind of comments. I'm still learning. I'm trying to not get affected by them, and I'm trying to be positive about myself, positive about everything. I'm very proud of myself making this far. Seriously, when I started this channel, I never thought about it. I just thought I could improve my speaking by talking about something else other than my English teaching. But then I guess more people paying attention to my videos, and the more negative comments I will get. And if you do see some of those comments like that, just ignore them. Don't even respond. I'm not going to delete them as well. I'll just leave them here if that's what they want. So just be yourself. Use your time wisely to improve yourself. not other people, right? You have no responsibility to help them get better. If that's their personality, let them be. Then just be yourself, right? So that's what I learned from myself, from Bob. Yeah, Bob doesn't care. Some people say, oh, that's another thing made me angry the other day is my neighbor has that white yappy dog. And then the dog saw Bob. Bob did nothing. We were just walking normally. Bob did nothing. And then the dog saw Bob and started barking at him. Really yappy dog. So I was like, okay, yeah, we're cool here because we're almost home. And then that woman said, oh, look at the bad dog. The dog is so mean. I'm like, what the heck? We did nothing. Your dog started barking at us. And then you said my dog is mean. I was ready to argue, but I realized if I started arguing, I'm not going to win the battle because I'm going to start crying. Yeah. So, I think that's another part of my personality is I'm trying to avoid any fights and arguments because I don't want to be embarrassed in public because I don't want to cry in front of strangers. And then they're going to be like, oh, yeah, look at that. Well, it's okay. Don't be sad. So I'm not sad. I'm just so angry. But people don't think so. So anyway, if you're an angry crier, let me know. Leave a comment down below how you deal with situations like that. Or if you are not an angry crier, that's also okay. That's actually awesome. But if you do have friends like that, how would you help them with that kind of situation? What are your suggestions for me? Maybe I can learn from you. Just let me know. Leave a comment down below. So yeah. That's today's very short video. I'll do a better job. I'll find a better topic. Also, leave a comment to let me know what kind of topics you're interested in. So maybe I can pick up some and start talking about those kind of things as well. That's it. And I gotta go. I have a class tonight. I hate it. Okay. So, yeah, stay tuned. Take care. Bye.